Buenos dias, mi amigos. ¿Cómo estás? I'm trying to learn Spanish, guys. Welcome back, everybody. This is Matthew, aka the Nucleus Cyborg, and it is a beautiful day on August 6th here in Kentucky. I hope it's a beautiful day wherever you wherever you are. Now, today's video, I had planned to post this yesterday, but since yesterday was my birthday, since it was my birthday, I decided to go out and have some fun, do some things, and so I'm just posting this video today. I want to give everybody about 10 seconds. 10 seconds, and you can guess what my birthday, how old I am now. My birthday from yesterday. So I'll give you guys about 10 seconds. Give it a try. Starting now. Okay, my friends, it's been 10 seconds, so I should have given you one hint. I gave you the hint now, so give you a few more seconds to think about it. But I'm older than I look, so that's your one little hint there. But I'll give you about 5 more seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, time for the big reveal. I'm 39, guys. Can you believe it? 29. You believe 39 years old. And so today I just wanted to, this video is about things that I've learned in 39 years. It is not, I've seen other videos where people are posting about 40 years old, you know, midlife. That's supposed to be around midlife. What they've learned, what they've gleaned in those 40 years. So it's not quite there, but a lot has happened to me over the last 39 years, especially over the last 3 years, I think. And so I've gained a lot of, I guess, knowledge, wisdom, you might say. And so I just wanted to impart 10 of them here that I have, plus one, actually. That the last one is actually very personal. But 10, well, all of them are personal, all 11. But 10, I think, the first 10, I think it can apply to anybody's life, and not just mine. But they're all very personal, especially the 11th one. So that's today's video. Stick around, and we'll see what knowledge I have to impart. Okay, my friends. Well, the first bit of knowledge that I have to impart to you, these are in no particular order, but these are the 10 most important to me that I gleaned in my 39 years here. So the very first one is actually is probably in a good spot. You need to put God first. Put God first in everything in your life. Pray. If you don't know where to start with the 10 Commandments, because they are broken on a daily basis. And so everybody just needs to go. We need to go back to our roots, the foundation, and at least study the 10 Commandments and do your best to try to keep those. Okay, so I'll go for number 2 here. Try not to make this video too long. Okay, so let's say follow the 10 Commandments. Okay, so number 2, you gotta surround yourself with family. Here on earth, that's the best foundation for me. You need to surround yourself with people who love you, people who support you. So don't alienate your family in any way. Do everything you can to surround yourself with loving family. So then we're going to move on to number 3. Alright then, so number 3, you got to be who you are on purpose or intentionally. Be who you are on purpose, because and don't worry about what other people may think of you, because that's how a lot of people behave nowadays. They behave based on what other people might think. Be who you are on purpose. I just finished Dr. Phil's book, We Have Issues, and he talks about that in his book, how a lot of people these days, they behave, their mannerisms are based all on what people think about them. So he talks about being who you are on purpose. And so that's my bit of knowledge on number 3. Be who you are on purpose. Don't base who you are on what people might think of you. Okay, number 4, Dr. Phil talks about this too, but I've actually came to this number 4 by myself without him. Grow your knowledge. Learn something new every day. Never stop learning. Read a book. If it's just for fun, fiction, that's fine. But read a book, continue your knowledge, learn a new skill. Before I came here and started making these videos, trying to rebuild my channel, I went on to Skillshare and got a subscription there and learned a few tricks on how to use iMovie. So that's what I've been filming my videos ever since I came back to YouTube, trying to rebuild my channel. And as a side note, speaking of my channel, I got no subscribers. Nobody's come back. I've heard that YouTube has got stricter rules now. I'm not sure. That's just a rumor, but some of my videos have gotten views, but no likes and no comments, and some of my recent videos have gotten no views at all. So after this one, if you watch this one, you like what you saw, please go over there and give some love, some likes, some comments, and if you want to subscribe or resubscribe to my channel. But continually grow your knowledge, and again, on Skillshare, what I'm currently doing as well is, as I've said earlier, I'm trying to learn Spanish. So I'm learning that from Skillshare. Okay, let's move on to number 5. Okay, my friends, number 5, and the knowledge that I'd like to share with you in my 39 years. Get out and enjoy nature. Don't just always stay in. This is a hard one for me because I'm more of a reclusive person, a reclusive personality. I intend to stay inside. My attitude is I'm sometimes, I guess you could say that I'm kind of afraid to go outside, because one of my philosophies is if you don't go out, nothing bad can happen. So but that's a problem for me. But again, I'm trying to overcome that myself. Go out and enjoy nature. This is God's creation. It's from His original intention for us to enjoy nature and the gifts that He's given us. And however you believe about Adam and Eve and the Garden of Eden, that story, but and what came from that, what came out of that. But God put us in a place of beauty, a place of nature, serenity. So you need to get out and enjoy nature. Don't just always stay inside. So let's move on to number 6. Fan in here is blowing everything around. Okay, number 6. You need to focus on the positive. This is something I also deal with. It can be, life is hard. It can be hard sometimes. Personally, Satan likes to whisper in my ear a lot, tell me that I'm not good enough, tell me that I'm a sinner, tell me that I'm just an awful person. And so you have to focus on the positive. You are a good person. Well, to the extent that we can be here on Earth. You are a good person. But one of the side notes, and I think that was kind of interesting, a thought that I had, is that the old classic movie, The Sound of Music, how they talk about in there making a list of your favorite things, and remembering your favorite things, and then I don't feel so bad. So go make a list of some of your favorite things that you like to do, some things that you enjoy, things like that. And whenever you feel bad, think about your favorite things. You don't necessarily have to sing that song, but focus on your favorite things, focus on the positive, and life will be good. We'll be a whole lot better. All right, so let's move on to number 7. Okay, my friends, continuing on with number 7. Stand by your beliefs. You have to stand by your beliefs, as if you've seen that movie Sucker Punch, and the old man in there, he says that if you don't stand for something, you're going to fall for anything. So that's what it is. You have to decide what you believe and stand by it. I'm not trying to. Yes, I've said before that I'm a Christian. I would always try to convert a non-believer to believe what I believe, and to convert to Christianity. But I'm not going to force somebody to do that. Okay, so if you have a different belief, if you're a Jew, if you're a Muslim, or whatever that is, that you believe in nature, the gods of nature, or whatever it is, believe what you believe. Always, what it says in the Bible, but always be ready to give an answer for why you believe what you believe. So stand by your beliefs. Have a firm foundation in your beliefs. Okay, number 8. Do what makes you happy and what feeds your soul. So, I mean, as you can see here from my shirt, I'm a black belt. I do karate. I do martial arts. I just enjoy it. I'm not a violent person. I personally don't like to fight. I don't mind learning how to defend myself, but then again, I don't want to fight or something else. I'm also very active. I go to the gym in the morning. I love working out. I love sweating. I love, seeing some numbers rise and others fall. I don't mind gaining weight as long as it's muscle mass. So seeing muscle mass slowly creep up, and percent body fat slowly creep down, things like that. That feeds my soul. It's something I like to do. Or if you're my mom, she's very hobby. She's very what's the word? Artistic. She knows how to work with her hands and create something beautiful. If you like doing that, do that. Do what you love to do, whatever makes you happy. Okay, we're gonna move on to number 9 and 10, and then plus the bonus. All right, my friends, the last 2 that I have for you here gleaned in my knowledge or wisdom, so to speak, in my 39 years. Number 9, you have to treat your body with respect. If you want to go Christianity wise, Jesus says that your body was bought with a price. Honor God with your body, things like that. Which you only have one body. Once it's gone, or once something breaks, it's hard to get it back. So treat your body with respect. Work out. Watch what you eat. Watch what you drink. Watch what you look at. What your eyes see, because what your eyes see goes up into your head, and can poison your mind. Watch those narcotics, drugs, or whatever else like that can ruin the brilliant mind that God has given you. God has given us all a brilliant mind in our own way, in our own unique ways. And so, you have to watch what you eat, you have to watch what you drink, and watch what you watch in order to continually respect your body. Okay, so we're going to go on to number 10 here. This is something I constantly have to tell myself. You are good enough. I am good enough. Okay, so like I mentioned earlier, that Satan loves to whisper in my ear in times when I'm down. He loves to whisper that you're not good enough, that you're a sinner, that you're going to hell, that you're an awful person. But because I put my faith in Jesus Christ and God and the Holy Spirit, and I go to church, and I try to be the best person I can be, I am enough. Okay, so don't listen to Satan, don't listen to what other people tell you, that trying to beat you down, because you are good enough. You're a wonderful person, and that you're the person that God created you to be. So be happy with who you are, because you are good enough. And now we're going to move on to the last and the bonus thing that I've learned here in my 39 years. Okay, everybody. So the bonus knowledge that I'd like to impart that is very personal to me, I had to include this one, especially in these last 3 years, people since I was 38, 39, 37, 38, 39, and I slowly see people that I know, that I love, pass away, and that is very hard. It's actually on this side of losing somebody, because I recently lost my grandmother a year or so ago. On this side of a loss, it's a lot harder. It's a lot harder to comprehend, a lot harder to take in, a lot harder to accept that death is a part of life, that we were all born one day, and that we must die one day. It can be very hard. And on the other side, on the side that before you've lost somebody close to your heart, that people come up to you and say that I'm sorry for your loss, Remember that they're in a better place. Remember that their suffering is over. On that side of it, you're like, well, what else can I say? You are, in a sense, trying to comfort the person that has lost somebody. But to be honest, once you're on the other side, once you have lost somebody that's close to you, those words, you try to remember that these people, like I said, the fans blowing everything around. Try to remember that people are trying to comfort you, but then again, the words become very empty, in my opinion. Because on the day that I lost my grandmother, I went up and I gave a little eulogy, and people were, afterwards saying, "Oh, you did a very good job. Your grandmother would have liked it," and again saying things like, she's in a better place. She's with God now. She's in heaven. Her suffering is over, and all that other stuff. She, at the time of that, closer to her death, was it was so very hard to take in, and almost like it was meaningless, and almost like they were insulting you. So you've got to learn and accept and learn how to bear that loved ones around you will leave one day, will die one day, and leave you not necessarily alone, but I think you know what I mean by when I say leave you alone. Their spirits will always be with you. What they taught you over the years will always be with you, and all that other stuff. But not just my grandmother though. As I had to put down my own dog a few years ago. A year ago. That I had for 15, almost 16 years. I was trying to wait till his 16th birthday, sweet 16, but he had deteriorated so much, and I finally came to the conclusion since his birthday was only like 2 weeks away, that he'd been in for 2 weeks, and then planning to put him down. That seemed very cruel, and to just put him down before his 16th birthday. But it was very, very hard decision. So not that, but then we've also lost, Hulk Hogan, that has just passed away most recently. And I said I was a fan of Hulk Hogan. I never saw him in his prime. I'm not that young or not that old I'm not that old. I'm not that old yet. So I never saw him in his prime. I never saw him in NWO, but I did see him come back a few times. And the hype around Hulk Hogan, it was just awesome. And yes, I'm seeing some things in the news that are being brought to light about Hulk Hogan, but he's a flawed individual. I mean, we all are. We're all flawed people. Ever since Adam and Eve sinned in the Garden of Eden, we're citizens of the world. We all have issues that we deal with, and I think death has a way of not necessarily forgiving that, but showing that we can show sympathy to the person that has passed away. And so, but there are countless others, deaths and people that are getting sick and all that other stuff, that you just got to learn somehow to accept that people pass away, and that people leave, and that even you one day will pass away. And again, like I said, this is something that I've had to deal with in the last couple of years, because after my grandmother passed away, she was my rock. She was my spiritual guidance counselor here on earth. Whenever I had a need or had a spiritual question, she was there. She's the reason for my faith, and so it was very hard when she passed away, and I've had to learn to deal with that. So number 11, the bonus one, is that you just gotta accept somehow that loved ones, people in our life, have passed away and leave us, and somehow we got to learn to deal with that. So just a few more final thoughts, and then I'll wrap this video up. Okay, my friends, thank you for clicking on this video. Just a few more thoughts on this video before I wrap up. is that yesterday on my birthday, I got as I've said throughout this video, that I'm very active. I work out a lot, and so that's what I did yesterday morning. Just like normal, I went out and went to the Fit Body Boot Camp that I go to, and did my 30-minute workout, and then something that my gym does on every birthday, and I don't know how they can call this a birthday present, but they don't necessarily make you force you to do it, but say that you have to do it. Is that you have to do your new age and burpees. So I did 39 burpees plus one, yeah. So 40 burpees yesterday. And after my workout, that's always, the burpees come after your workout. So you did a 30-minute workout, and then you got to do your age and burpees because it's your birthday. And it was tough, but I got through it. I got about 20 to 25, somewhere in there, where I was able to go down, push, and actually do a push-up, and then when I stood back up, jumped and raised my arms. I think I got about 20 or 25, somewhere in there, of those. And then after 25, I couldn't do that anymore. After I went down for a burpee, I couldn't do a push-up, and when I stood back up, I couldn't jump up. So I kind of like did this, like when I stood up, I went like that, but I couldn't jump and go up in the air. So that was tough. But I was happy I got the 39 burpees in. Something else that I did, because I told you that I planned to post this video yesterday on my birth date, but I ended up going outside and having some fun. So what I did is I ended up going out to the range and shooting some bullets off and relearning how to shoot my 38, because I've been carrying my 38 a lot lately, and learning how to shoot it again, because when you get out of practice shooting a 38, and if you ever get into a situation where you have to pull out, defend yourself that way, you don't want to be out of practice. So went out and had some fun, shot 200 rounds at the range, and then after that I treated myself to a bloomin' onion from Outback, and stuff like that. Yeah. Kind of like a New Year's resolution. What I did for my birthday this year is I made a birthday resolution. I'm quitting alcohol. I'm not drinking anymore from the age 21 to about now. So I have drank, and a few times I've had some struggles. To my everlasting shame, or at least to my shame, I have been drunk on occasion, and a few occasions, and I'm deeply sorry about that, and I prayed to God about that, and again, never really knowing my limit, and again, something that Dr. Phil said in his book is that he never drank because then you never have to worry about a limit, knowing your limit, and so I just go take his advice, and again, like 39. I know it's not quite 40. It's not 40 yet, but I'm learning, and I'm adapting, and I'm not sure if it's wisdom or just knowledge or just experience, what have you. But I just think about 39. I'm close enough that I don't have to wait another year to learn these things. These 10 or 11 things that we've gone over. I don't have to wait another year in order to put them into practice. Put them into practice now. As the old saying goes, there's no time like the present. So that's just all I had to say. I'm hoping that I was able to impart some knowledge, some wisdom onto somebody, and help them in their struggles. So it hasn't been floating around, I don't think. I haven't edited the video yet as of now. Once I say goodbye, then maybe I'll edit the video and maybe post it around a little bit. But no comment, subscribes have been going up on the screen as of yet, until I start editing the video. So if you could like this video once you see it, if you like what you saw, please give it a like. Please drop a comment down below. Tell me what you thought. and subscribe or resubscribe if you've ever seen any of my videos before I lost everything from YouTube. Again, I'm not quite sure what YouTube is doing. I've heard some rumors that they've got stricter rules now, and so that's possibly why I lost all my videos at the beginning. They were not really videos geared toward you know like other YouTubers that have those plaques I see in the background. You know, they make money. It was mainly just it was a hobby. That's what this is. It's just a hobby. I only had like a handful of subscribers, 50 at most, and so you know when I lost everything, and so now I'm finally trying to come back. And at the very beginning when I tried to start back up, it was very hard. I'm not, especially learning iMovie and trying to implement all that stuff, and then trying to upload videos to YouTube. Sometimes it wasn't long enough. Sometimes I don't know. There's just so many things that popped up that YouTube wouldn't take. And, excuse me, discouraged me from doing it a little bit, but I eventually did it. And again, this is just a hobby. But if anybody sees any of my videos and learn something, then that's great. That's great. Okay, I'm gonna shut up now. So thank you all for watching. Again, one more time, like, comment, subscribe. I hope you have a wonderful day wherever you are. God bless. Bye.